Okay, we are drawing some wildflowers with me today. So please make sure that you understand you can print out your drawing steps and your coloring sheet if you want to. I'm gonna be doing this in my sketchbook instead of on a piece of paper just because I like flowers. I wanna be able to look at them again. Remember, no matter what you draw with, Sharpie, Crayola marker, pencil, crayon, or oil pastel, make sure you got that ready. Again, if you're gonna use anything with water paint, you can't use a Crayola marker because it will run into yours, unless you really wanna work with that, it still works. So make sure you pick up whichever you want. I'm gonna be using the Sharpie again today. Now, we are doing a little harder set of flowers. And the reason they're wildflowers, oops, drew across my paper. I don't know the names of these. They're all just different types of flowers. I was looking on the Pinterest and got some ideas. I do know this one. Right here is a cone flower, obviously the cone. So these are some kind of seed pods, obviously a leaf. So a bud, I don't know what flower. So I just kind of made these from pictures I saw. So notice the layouts. So when we do the first flower, it's the one in the middle. We're starting there and then we're gonna go to the right and finish these pieces, these two flowers and a leaf. And then we'll move to the left and finish it. So we're starting with the center. So the first, the bud you wanna draw is gonna be straight in the center of your paper. And it's gonna be a little bit taller, so you could use the full stent. So what I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna start with the bottom of the bud right here. So it's kind of a U, and then not connect anything. You're gonna come up and make 3 fingers. And then coming around the top is the bud, staying within those 3 fingers. And then lighter lines going down. Now stems, please remember, stems have 2 lines to it. I mean, when you draw the marker, you wouldn't just draw a line. You'd have to draw one side of the marker, the other side, and then connect it. So underneath that, you're gonna go straight down the middle, one part of the stem, 2. So that's the first flower. So now we're gonna move to the right and we're gonna be drawing this flower right here. We're gonna start in the center of the flower and we're not gonna make it as tall. You can see the top of this petal is right underneath that first part we drew and it is kind of pointing over. So we're gonna start with that center thing. So what it is, it's a line, a circle at the top and a line following. Line, circle at the top. I think I did 4. And they're kind of they're in the center, so they're kind of curved up and around. So from here, you're gonna have to work some moving around so we don't draw over them because the 2 petals are in the back or on the back side of it, so we don't quite see. So I'm gonna start in the middle. I'm gonna start with this petal coming out. This one's shorter because it's like not all the way, we're looking at the front, and then this one comes out like that one. And then you're gonna come around and back behind it, gonna go between those 2, and then around. So I kind of want to work between those little pieces in the center. Again, the stem, we're gonna curve it so it kind of meets this one. 2 lines. Okay, so now we're gonna work on the leaf, and it's coming farther out. What I did, I actually drew the stem of the leaf first and stopped it, and then started on the top and just kind of made some wiggly, bumpy shapes. And then I added a line down the middle. Okay, the seed pod. So this one is gonna be doing, this flower is actually overlapping the seed pod we're gonna draw. And the seed pod we're drawing now is the same one we're gonna draw last on the other side of the group of wildflowers. So above here, I'm actually start the stem because I wanna make sure, coming off there, and then all it is a big U. I'm not connecting it yet. Before I connect it, I'm gonna add a little bump on top. And then all I do is draw some lines. Similar to that, but just a little different. Okay, so now that I did the stem starting off here, I've gotta do draw and jump, draw and jump. So I'm gonna jump, draw the rest of the stem, jump, and then draw that rest of the stem going down. So you don't ever want to go over it because it's behind this flower. So you want to draw, jump, draw, jump, draw. So we've got all the flowers and leaves to the right. So now we're going to move to the left. We're going to start with this strange looking thing, which we've already done because it's the same type right here that we just did in the middle. We're just drawing it bigger because that's all it is. So it's not as tall as this one. As you can see in my picture, the tops of it are kind of right about there. So same thing, we're gonna draw a curved line, circle at the top, follow the line down. Kind of wavy line, circle at the top, follow it down. This one's shorter, it's in the back. So 2 lines up, circle at the top, and then we're gonna come back and do the stem again towards the other ones. Cone flower. We want to see the bottom of those petals are above this. So we want to make sure we make that cone flower up here. So we're going to start with the cone. So I need to make sure I move plenty up. Upside down U. Rectangle. Start on the left. Out, curve around, and come back. Out, curve around. I ran into this one, so I don't want to draw over it. I'm going to jump, draw, and come back. Out, around, oh, jump, draw. So I didn't draw this one far enough up, which is fine. And then you're going to do like a bunny ear in the middle. They are curved down. And then inside here, I just did little tiny bees. I guess they're little seeds. I just know it has some texture. So again, if you had to do this, just make sure you don't jump, or you draw over it, make sure you jump. Again, stem. Okay, last one. What we did here, we're gonna do over here, but it's smaller. So, a very round U for connecting. Make that little bump at the top. And then add your lines in it, and then your stem. Okay, so we have all of our flowers. Make sure you snap the top if you're using a marker. I'm actually gonna be using watercolor markers. You can use them just like markers. They're called brush pen. But you can also add water to them later. So the cone flower, I'm gonna use like an orange yellow. The seed pods are more of a brown. This flower, I think I'm gonna make it stand out. Let's make it purple. Then yellow on the inside, green leaf, green stems. Okay, so this bud right here and this thing, let's do, I think I'm gonna make this bud turquoise, deep green. And then I'm gonna do, what is this, reddish brown for the crazy things. So I've got my colors, I'm gonna be adding the color, and then I'll show you what I mean with the water adding on top. Okay, so I've added all the color. My coloring skills, yeah, pick those up a little better. Didn't do very well on the stem. So you just take a clean brush, and then if you have 2 colors like I did here, you can actually blend them together. And you can see it erases those lines. So if you want to add some more grass or something around it, feel free to, but remember to post your creations either on our Instagram or or the Facebook or Dojo. So I'd love to see what you created. See you later.